Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be a reading for all the signs. We're just going to timestamp it in the description. It will let us know what we've got going on for the weekend of June 19th, 2020, starting on that Friday, because I think the weekend always encompasses Friday, right? You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot, or if you'd like a personal or private reading, you can find me at notsomysticaltarot.com. I would suggest, because it's a general reading, that you check out your moon and rising signs as well. I try to keep them short so that you won't have to spend all day getting your update, and everything will be time-stamped in the description. If you don't know your sun, moon, or rising sign, feel free. I will put a link in there. I don't know if it's Cafe Astrology, I can't remember, but they have a free calculator that lets you know what your moon and rising sign is as well, as long as you know your date of birth and time and that kind of stuff. So, all right. We're going to get started now. We'll begin with Aries. What do we have going on for Aries this weekend? Aries, we've got the Knight of Wands. Well, you are the Knight of Wands, so that's not really a big shock, and the Star. Interesting, Aries. This is kind of saying anything you want to be, do, and have, go and just have it. The Knight of Wands, he kind of does not take no for an answer, and you have the Star, which is like your big huge dream. So if there's something that you really want to act on, this is the weekend to do that. This is definitely a card of Aries, and then of course this is the card of Aquarius. So Aquarius is very in your head, daydreams, but this is kind of a weekend to make your daydreams come true. So if there's something that you've really wanted to do and be a person you've really wanted to be around or spend time with, a passion that you want to follow, a new hobby you want to try, whatever this thing is, this is your weekend to just kind of put yourself out there. You do have the moon popping up there, and I think this is something that maybe you've held back from, because it does say the moon is like things that the way that you see them may not be the way that they are, and maybe you're realizing that, that this weekend coming up, you've been looking at something and thought, well, I can't ever do that because of this or the other thing, and that's not true. It's very likely that you're not quite seeing the situation the way that it really is. The wonderful thing is the other card you got with this is the Sun. So it's just kind of like it sheds a new light on something that you're very interested in or something that you want, and this is the time to really pursue that, because with the Sun you have a brand new day starting. So all of those things that you believed in the past, and maybe those ways that you thought the things that you thought did not work or didn't make sense in the past, and you never saw how this could happen for you, this is the time that it really could happen for you. So don't discount anything right now. Don't put yourself in a position where you're already feel like you're losing, because it's a really good chance that this is the weekend where, it sounds so corny to say, but this could be the weekend where dreams kind of come true. So I don't know. You'll have to let me know what that means for you, okay? We're going to head into Taurus now. Definitely you could watch your moon and rising signs for this, because it may give you a little direction. We'll move on to Taurus and see what we've got going on with Taurus. Taurus, you've got the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. You have been holding yourself back from something, and whatever you're being held back away from is something that you have designed this yourself. It's not like someone is disallowing you from beginning whatever this is, but you kind of held yourself back out of, it could be fear. A lot of times the swords are mental, so it could be that you've just been kind of stuck in your own head, and now is the time. And it may take, with this 2 of Pentacles, a lot of times it says that your practical environment is where you start, and it could be money balance, your money and finances and things like that. But a lot of times when I see it in this combination, I really feel like it's time to just balance your surroundings, the practical things, the things you can touch. It's time to balance that out and extricate yourself from whatever this prison is. Like I said, it's like you've put yourself in a position where like you feel like there's no way out, but there is. But you're just going to have to start kind of small to extricate yourself from this. Well, you do have this Ace of Pentacles popping right out here, which is pretty interesting. So it seems that if you can balance yourself, get yourself out of this way of thinking that's not productive, there is a huge opportunity that comes for you this weekend. And this can be career, money, finance, environment, the tangible things in your life. Maybe it's time to get some things organized in your house. It could even be something like that, but it is stuff that you can put your hands on. The pentacles always represent tangible items. So whether it's time to sit down, maybe sit down with your spouse or yourself and work on your finances, work on your budget. Maybe you've been spending money and kind of ignoring the fact that you were spending more money than you should. Maybe it's time to balance your budget. You know, this is, whatever it is, this weekend is an opportunity for you to get some things under control in your life. And I definitely think it's things that you've been kind of ignoring. You have the High Priestess, so that means that your intuition is running pretty high and you already kind of know this. So this isn't a big shock to you, but you've just put off actually handling it. And this is the weekend, whatever you've put off dealing with, whatever you've put off handling, this is the weekend to just say, you know what, I knew this was coming, and to just kind of just absorb the fact that it's time. It's time. Don't put it off anymore. You know what you need to do, and I think this is the weekend that you've waited long enough, okay? So, time for you to move on. We'll move to our Gemini. What do we have for the Geminis this weekend? You've got your Six of Pentacles. Are you feeling, oh my gosh, this is funny. And the Four of Cups. There's a little story, I'll make it quick. I tried to do this reading live, and I had, you know, a pretty serious interruption, and this is where I was stuck. It was like right here, and it was funny because it was these two cards, so that's kind of interesting. It wasn't, it's, well, anyways, we'll just let it go. But it's so funny when the energy's there, it's there. It doesn't matter how much you shuffle or what you do, it's there. And this really talks for you, Gemini, about giving and receiving. It, you know how they say it's better to give than it is to receive, like when you shop for something for someone, like a birthday or something like that, and you're so excited to give the person the gift that you don't even care if you get anything back. It's that, it's like you have some kind of abundance. There's something for you to give. So enjoy that feeling of giving, because you have gotten a lot of the things that you've needed recently, and or they're coming to you. Either way, be open to sharing what you have with others. And when it comes here, when we see the Three Cups and then the Fourth Cup, a lot of times this is like boredom, or like, I don't want anything, I don't want to engage, I'm good, I've got what I need, I don't want anything else. And this may be saying, you know, you may have been holding back in the past, but like this is the time to put yourself out there and get yourself out of that cycle of, oh, I don't care. You know, I mean, with the lockdown, for a lot of people, people have been home a long time. They've become disinterested in life in general. So this may be time to sort of put yourself back out there. See what we get. A little update here. Wow, you get the Nine of Pentacles. So this definitely, sometimes when you give things away, you end up with more than you started with. I think that happens an awful lot. And it just says, like I was saying, it's better to give than to receive. So this could be a weekend where things majorly turn around for you. And the other card that flipped out of the deck was the King of Pentacles. So it seems like you have nowhere to go but up, but it's going to be you that makes the choice to accept that. So this person's like, no, I don't care. Well, by refusing the opportunity to give to someone else or to share with someone else, you miss out on all of this really good stuff. If you can accept the opportunity to give and share with someone else, or be part of someone else's kind of happiness, foregoing what you want right this minute, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is an advancement from the Six, and then the King, it's a complete fulfillment. So you may be enlightened to as like what the plan is for you, and you may see a path that's much better than where you were. So be open this weekend to that, and to giving to someone else. It may really make things different for you. All right, we'll move on to our Cancers. Cancer, we have the Lovers and the Nine of Swords. Oh, well, it seems like there is a relationship or something on your mind. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I'm feeling like there's a conversation that needs to be had with someone that you're very close to, and you're not having the conversation. So it's been on your mind, and it's almost like you've just been rolling this conversation or whatever around in your head over and over and over again. So if you feel, if there's something that is being left unsaid, trust me, the other person knows about it. It's really time to kind of bring it out into the light and deal with it, because you can't function like this, and the other person in your life can't function that way either. If you don't have a significant other, if this is not related to that, it always can be a friendship. This doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It could be your very best friend, close family member, but whatever it is, there's something that's being left unsaid, and it needs to be said, because this person is important to you or important in your life. They're someone that you like, you'll know right away who this is. This isn't going to be a surprise to you. You may want to watch your moon and rising signs as well, because that a lot of times will help give you a little bit more information. You have the Two of Cups also, and the Two of Cups is, this could be a battle within you. A lot of times they say that about the Two of Cups. Sometimes it's your emotional, and it's your spiritual side, and the side that you show the world. So this could be something within yourself. If there's something about yourself that you're ignoring, if there's something that you need to deal with in your personal life and you're not dealing with it, you're just ignoring it. But you know it's there. It's causing you stress and grief and aggravation. If that's the case, this could be the weekend where you handle your business. Oh my gosh, all the cards everywhere. This could be the weekend where you really make it a point to handle your business and get yourself back on track, because you have the Nine of Swords again, because you cannot live this way. And I don't know, like, this is so weird, but you have the Lovers here with the Nine of Swords, and then you have the Two of Cups here with the Nine of Swords. It's like the same thing. Whatever this is extremely prevalent in your life, and it's really important. So this is the weekend to deal with this, whatever close relationship you have. And this is saying, if it's not romantic, or it's not someone who's a really big part of your life, with this Two of Cups, then it's you. It's something inside of you that is not adding up. Like, maybe you're not being true to yourself with someone else, or maybe you're engaging in practices that are not good for you, and you know that. But whatever it is, you know what's going on, and it needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be dealt with like right now. So please take the time this weekend and attend to that. And I mean, you may have been like kind of ignoring it for a while, but it's going to come to a head this weekend. So it's important that you handle it. All right, we're going to move on to Leo. Okay, this card is just coming up all the time. Leo, Nine of Swords. There is something going on. I know, I'm pretty sure we're in a Mercury retrograde, so a lot of stuff is pretty hinky, but the same cards keep coming up no matter which deck I use. Okay, you've got the Nine of Swords here, which means that there's something that you're overthinking, mulling about. It's causing you stress, and it's upsetting, and it needs to be handled. And then you have this Four of Cups, which is I don't really care, I'm ignoring this thing. So this is something that has been going on for a while, and it is something that you are unable to deal with, or are choosing not to deal with. But I think, like, every sign is getting this or something close to it. Whatever this situation is, it is time for you to deal with it. You no longer can ignore it, push it away, or push it off to the side like it's not happening. It's happening. So you know what? You're going to feel better once you deal with it, because who wants to go around being in this state, right? Like, you're like, it's mulling in your head. You're upset. You can't go on like this. So enough of the I'm not going to deal with this anymore. It's time. It may be uncomfortable, but you're going to feel better when it happens. You do have this Two of Wands right here, and the Two of Wands is about making a plan for the future. It is not saying that you need to decide it all right this minute. This is saying, okay, this is my, like, she's got this little globe, this is my world where I am right now. This is the situation that I'm in. I'm going to take some action to do something different than this, than being stuck in my head, being upset all the time, and not being able to sleep. It's kind of a metaphor, but you get what I'm talking about. You guys are smart, right? And then, here, well, I'm just not going to deal with that. Okay, but this is really important. I'm trying to hand this to you. Yep, I don't really want it. And the other card you got with us is the Eight of Swords, which is also the card of I'm ignoring this. It's not happening. I've built this prison around myself, but I just can't seem to get free. So this is completely up to you. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and a lot of it has to do with release, and this is just one more thing. If you look at this card specifically, you can see that if she were to pull her arms in, that the ropes would just fall off, and then she could just take the blindfold off and walk around the swords, right? There's no reason for her to be stuck there, but she's just chosen to be there like, yeah, I can't deal with this right now. If I don't see it, it's not happening. Well, it's happening, so it's time. And like I said, you don't need to say, okay, I'm going to fix this, and now the next 10 years of my life will look this way. This is, okay, I'm going to start on a different path. I'm going to handle my business, and the next 2 weeks are going to look a certain way. That's all. You don't have to plan the rest of your life out right this minute. That's not what we're saying at all, but it is time to kind of move on from where you were. It's time. So that's what we have going on. This is I expected like, hey, what are we going to do this weekend? And it's turned out to be like, we're going to do really deep stuff. All right, let's move on to our Virgos. What do we have going on for our Virgos this weekend? We have got the Chariot. You've got some serious energy moving toward you, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, let's not get all freaked out and sad. The Ten of Swords looks bad. I know that, but the Ten of Swords, tens are the culmination of an event. So you may have been really going over some things in your head, and something this weekend, I feel like it arises in you and you say, okay, I'm done with that now. If there's a heartbreak, maybe something you've mulled over, this could be a childhood trauma, whatever it is, there's something that you have not been able to say goodbye to let go of. This weekend provides you an opportunity to say, you know what, I'm all done with this. Whatever this is, this pain, this trauma, heartbreak, it could even be, I made this terrible mistake. It could be even like, I said this in front of my boss, I shouldn't have said this, or, I hurt someone's feelings. It doesn't have to be something monumental. It could be something terrible that happened. Whatever it is, there's an energy that comes through this weekend, and this energy allows you to say, you know what, I'm done with that now. I'm all done with it. Stick a fork in me. It's over. I'm not doing this anymore. And the one thing about this energy that I want to be so clear on is that when this energy comes through, you have one opportunity to grab on and kind of use this energy to your advantage. The Chariot moves very fast. So when this energy comes toward you, be ready to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to grab onto this. I'm doing this. Be ready to say that. Don't feel like you have to hem and haw and think about it, because the Chariot doesn't allow you that opportunity. So if and when this does come toward you, this opportunity for some sort of healing and some sort of release, like it is time to say goodbye to whatever this is, I feel like there's some kind of residual angst or pent up irritation or just pain, and whatever that is, it's time to let it go. You've got like the quote unquote good and the bad, this is a time to kind of meld everything together and be okay with the situation. Now you also have here the Eight of Pentacles. You are the Pentacles, and this just says, you know what, you've been working on this a long time. You're a lot farther along than you think. You are a lot more deep into your healing than you are aware of. You've been working on this, and this swords are your intellectual mind, your brain, the things you mull around. The thing is, in the background, this has been sort of settling itself for quite a while, and you've done a lot of work, but you just may not realize it. So this is the time, like I said, when this energy comes toward you, know that you've done the work and that you're ready to move on from this. Now, you also have the Six of Swords, which I've been lately getting the feeling is just a peace out card. I'm done. Peace out. I'm out of here. There was like all this like rough, choppy water right here, and I'm done now. I'm going to go. Thanks so much. I've learned a lot, and I'm out. And just like I said with this, it's time to let this go. So you know what? Put this in the boat and push it off out into the lake and let it go. It's done. Like I said, you've done all the work. You can't keep doing any more work. The energy is coming. This is the weekend that you release that. May want to watch your moon and rising signs to give you either I always say to give you more information, but in this case, I feel like it's to give you some comfort. So whatever that means for you, I would like to know. I would love to know. And I always say, message me privately if you feel more comfortable doing that. That's fine. I don't need thousands of comments on my videos. I like to know that I'm helping people. So, alrighty then, we're going to move on to our Libras. What do we have for our Libras this weekend? The King of Cups. Tons of emotion and so much drama this weekend. What is going on? And the High Priestess. This is actually kind of a nice thing. I know it's a little touchy-feely for the Libras. I'm an air sign also, so I get you. But you know what? This is a weekend of like a moment of fulfillment and happiness. And with the High Priestess, this is not something that you are unaware of. This is the culmination of a long period. I feel like it's been a long period of work and growth towards something that I don't know that you always thought would happen, but it feels like you've done the work and that you're at a point now where you're able to be fully open. You're fully there's something available to you this weekend. And I don't know, I guess you'll know what that means, but that's the only word that I can find. There's something available to you this weekend that will allow you to settle in to being comfortable emotionally in some situation. There's some situation that maybe your intuition, because that's your High Priestess, is your intuition. There's some situation that maybe you have been uncomfortable with, and deep down you know this is a good thing, but you have just not been willing to put yourself in that position. But you know what? I think it's like saying it's okay to exhale. Like, okay, you've been holding your breath so long. It's okay to exhale and enjoy where you are right now. The card that you get here is the Ten of Pentacles. And this can be career, money, finance, but a lot of times it just signifies that you've done an awful lot of work and now the work has come to fruition. So it seems like I said, this has been kind of a long time coming. Isn't it funny that I said that? It's been a long time coming. I don't know why I always think it's funny, like why it's a surprise to me. But now you're ready to settle in. Like I said, your intuition has known this has always been there, but I don't know if mentally you were ready to settle into being, I almost want to say settle into being happy. So maybe there's something that you've thought this is just way too good to be true. But you know what? Here it shows you've put in the work. And again, now you get the Knight of Pentacles, right? The slowest moving energy in the deck, which for the air signs is terrible, because air signs, we've made a decision. When we finally make one, we want it to happen right this minute. But you know what? This has been the culmination of a long process. And I really, if you're like, what in the hell is she even talking about? I want you to, use that intuition and take a moment to yourself and think about, what have I been working on for a really long time? This is the weekend that I allow this to come to fruition. This is the weekend that I want to keep saying, I allow myself to be happy. So, okay, allow yourself to be happy, Libra. That's okay. It's all right. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Okay, we're going to move on to our Scorpios. Just plenty of touchy-feely stuff for the Libras. We'll move on to the Scorpios now. What do we have for Scorpio? Justice. Oh, it's not that one. It's this one. And the Six of Cups. Okay. Six of Cups a lot of times can relate to like your childhood or something that makes you feel so happy and wonderful. In this case, I feel like this has something to do with something that happened a long time ago. Emotional, like I said, a lot of times this can be a happy card, but I feel like there's some kind of emotional pain or some sort of emotional drama or trauma that you're able to this weekend say, okay, enough is enough, and I'm going to let it go. This is like, as an aside, such a cleansing weekend. I expected this reading to be like, oh, how fun. Won't this be such a cute little fun weekend? And it's like really deep. Everybody is letting things go and sending it on its way and being done. And this, I feel, has been coming for a long time, especially because you are the Cups. You are an emotional sign. This is your realm. So this doesn't necessarily mean like childhood joy. This is something that's been coming. It's an old, I keep hearing like an old hurt or an old pain or trauma, but this weekend it's brought to justice, and it is what it is, and it's done, and it's over, and it's time to just really be done with it. And I'm not doing 3 of these big cards, but this card is just hanging out here, and it's like sticking out like, hey. So we're gonna just for my Scorpios, we're going to just put this out there. You have the Hermit that has shown up to the party as well, okay? I don't know if I can even fit him up here because, well, I just don't know, but I guess we'll make it happen, won't we? We can do these things. We have the technology to make this happen. You got this Hermit hanging out up here. The Hermit says, you know what? When it's all too much, you can just back right away. No, you've got your own, whatever you need inside of you. You've got your own little light. And you know what? While you heal from whatever, see, this needed to be here. While you heal from whatever this is, I almost said, I don't want to say like any kind of, whatever this baloney is, because I know sometimes people have their kids around and stuff. So we want to make sure we don't use bad words. But anyways, when it comes time that you can heal from whatever this nonsense and baloney bullcrap is, what I was really wanting to say is, just know that's it. When the time has come and if you need to get away and you can't, I don't want to say you can't handle it because you could handle it, but you just don't, you're done with it. If you need some time to yourself, please take it. Please, please, please take that time to yourself. This is something that's been coming for a long time or has been needed to be dealt with for a very long time. And now this is the time that it happens. So you do have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is the planning for your future. And this is not like your 2-week plan. This is like your 10-year plan. So you know what? Whatever this is, it comes to justice and you're not taking it with you. So take the time away. Handle emotionally whatever you need to handle regarding the situation, and know that you need to make your new plan for the future because this is not coming with you. This is not coming. Whatever this is, let it go. It's not coming with you. It comes to justice, and then you have this time away. Take the time, handle it, let it go, and plan for your future because that's where your life is. Your life isn't in this childhood issue or this long, old emotional problem. It doesn't have to be a childhood trauma. It can just be an old problem or something that's been really on your mind and your heart for a long time. Whatever it is, it's time to say goodbye to it and let it go because it's not relevant to you anymore and you don't need it in your life. So we're going to just turn and burn from that, okay? All right, Scorpio. Let's move on to our Sagittarians. Let's see what we've got going on this weekend. Pretty heavy stuff, it seems, you know? Sagittarius, what do we have? We have got the Six of Wands. You are the Wands. This is a card of victory. That's pretty exciting. And death. Okay, don't freak out. Okay, let's just not freak out. This is actually a really cathartic thing that I'm seeing here is that you've been working really hard. And I want to say, so this may be for just one person. I don't know. Check your moon and rising signs, but this is like some work you've been doing on yourself. The thing is with the Six of Wands is it's not work that's done alone. So you've done this work on yourself, but through other people. Other people have shown you kind of the light, and I know that sounds really goofy, but you also have death here. Death's on the horse. You're moving all in the same direction. The thing with death is that it's time this week. Okay, this weekend, every sign. Watch your moon and rising because it's all like, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. This whole weekend is like this. Whatever this thing is that you have been working on, you are achieving some sense of victory this weekend over it. But while that happens, know that you can't take this old crap with you. So you have death here, and death is not a big scary card that, you know, like oogly boogly in the night is coming to get you. This is saying let the old stuff go. It's like when you have like this, you go to a concert, right, and everybody leaves and there's garbage and litter and crap all over the ground. You're not going to gather that all up and put it in a bag and take it home with you because that's how you want to remember the concert, right? That's all the crap that's left behind. What happens? People come in, you know, you hire a crew, they come in, they clean it all up and they throw it all away and you never see it again and you never think of it again. That's what this is. So come ride in on your horse, enjoy that glory, enjoy that victory, really feel that. And also at the same time, release the things that didn't work, all the stuff that didn't work for you, all the things that you've overcome. It's time to let them go. So let them go. Let death come and let death sweep that all out and remove it from you and never visit it again. Okay? Don't bring it back up. Don't talk about it. It's done. It's over and it's gone. So really enjoy that. And like I said, every single sign is like this. Get a little more information for our Sagittarians. Yep, we've got Four of Cups. So this is something you've been ignoring for a while. You've been working on it and whatever, but you haven't been ready to let go. And the universe is handing you this little cup, and you've been like, I'm still going to hang on to this. So no, that's okay. I'm not ready to move forward emotionally. I have these 3 cups, and I like these 3 cups. I'm not ready for this 4th cup. So no, thank you. No, I'm all set. And that's like what happens sometimes is we focus so much on ourselves and on whatever this perceived issue is that we feel like we can't move forward. We just stay in that cycle of just self-focus and kind of sadness and just being stuck. But like I said, you come out the other side of that this weekend. So it's time to kind of accept that invitation from the universe to say, okay, you know what? It's time for something different. I'm going to feel a different way. I'm going to move through the world in a different way. You let death come and sweep it all out, and look at the cards you get with it. You get the world. The world says every single thing is available to you. Every single thing is available for you. Every element, any emotion that you need is available to you. Your mental agility, your ability to take action, even your ability to organize and manage your tangible environment. Everything is available to you, but you have to be swept clean so that you can fully appreciate this and fully take on what it is that is being given to you. So accept this gift from the universe, allow the cleaning to happen, enjoy the victory, and then begin to live a different way, okay? Wow, stuff is like super deep and heavy this weekend. I think we're in a Mercury retrograde. So there's a lot of letting go, right? And that's not, people go, oh no, Mercury retrograde, it's so bad. Well, it can bring some stuff to the surface, but you know what? It's good to let stuff go. It's good to shake things up, right? Create a ruckus, why not? It's been a theme lately. All right, we're going to move on to our Capricorns. What do we have going on for Capricorn this weekend? Capricorn, the Hermit, Earth sign. A lot of times Virgo, but Earth sign, y'all the same, you know. You're not, oh, don't get offended, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You're not all the same. I was just joking. I love the Earth signs. So, whoa. This is you. You are an Earth sign. This is the universe going, here's this thing. So it is time. This weekend is not for you to be super social. This is not a time, I'm not saying don't see someone and like lock yourself in the basement, but I am saying be very careful about the company that you keep. It needs to be people who align with your goals, people who are on your team. Keep your social circle very small this weekend because you have some really important work that's coming toward you and you need to be prepared for it. This is the universe saying, okay, you know what? I see you. I see the hard work that you've put in. I see how much you're working on yourself. I see that you know who you are. So here, I'm going to offer this to you and you need to be ready for that. And if you are not in the right headspace, you will not be able to take advantage of that when it comes to you. So, please, I'm not saying it's, like I said, cloister yourself away, but I am saying be very careful about who you share your energy with right now. You have some big opportunities coming your way, and you really can't afford to be drained by people that are not worth your time. You do have justice coming up. That is just kind of, this is your mental game. And justice just says, hey, you know what? I'm putting it all out there, and I'm going to weigh it on the scales, and if it comes up too light or too heavy, I'm going to handle it. I'm going to deal with it. And that's the end. That's it. Capricorn, balance is very important for you also, even though technically it's like such a Libra thing. But balance is very important for the Earth signs. Virgos, Capricorns, and Taurus, you guys really function the best in a balanced environment. So if there is something that is unbalanced in your life, while you take a little bit of time on your own, and I'm not saying, like I said, lock yourself in your basement all weekend, but maybe you need a few hours to yourself to sort some things out. While that's happening, if things are out of balance in your life, this is the time to attend to them because it's really important that you establish that kind of balance immediately in your life so that you can take advantage of this huge opportunity that is coming. This one right here. I'm trying to point at the screen. I'll be all right. This fell out twice, the Empress. So this may not be so much about the universe handing you a gift. This may be you handing a gift to someone else, because if you look, she's obviously got a gift that she's handing. She's pregnant. She's creating a gift. And even though these flowers are here, they look like awful lot like pentacles, don't they? So she's giving a gift, and it's saying, you know what, there are some things that you can share with others. You are at a stage of your life where you're able to give back, and this may be the time, but you do need the time on your own. It can be saying you've been giving back of yourself already, and the scales need to be balanced, and you do need some time away. Either way, it all means the same thing. Watch your moon and rising signs for some more clarification, but it's a cycle. You have to take care of yourself to give. And to receive gifts that are given to you, you have to be balanced and ready to receive them. So this just this will just loop around continually the entire time. This is who you are. So just pay attention to that and come back to who you are this weekend. If you feel like you have not been able to truly be yourself, this is the time to take a few moments, maybe a few hours, maybe one of the weekend days, and establish that for yourself. All right, we're going to move on to our Aquarians. What do we have for Aquarius coming up this weekend? Oh, we've got the Aquarians locked out in the... Oh, God, Aquarius. Okay, I'm an Aquarius, so I can just say this. All right, so we're having a little personal drama this weekend, Aquarius. We feel a little bit unappreciated, perhaps. I'm so wonderful, and I'm woe to me. I am locked out in the cold. No one cares. Woe to me. Okay, Aquarius, like I said, I'm an Aquarius, so do not get mad at me. We have this way about us. It's very difficult for us to put ourselves out there, and when we do, we expect that it will be received well and that people will appreciate our efforts, because it's very hard for us to do that. And when you see the Queen of Cups, what do you think of? She's this most wonderful, loving mommy. She's a wonderful friend, coworker, sister, aunt, whatever it is. But I want you to look at her face. Does she look happy to you? No. She doesn't. You know why? Because the Queen of Cups in this instance a lot of times can be kind of a martyr. Sometimes she does a lot of things and nobody cares, and then she feels really bad. Well, you know what, Queen of Cups, when you're doing this Queen of Cups thing, that's not the way to go about it. You know what? If you don't enjoy the things you're giving, you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's time to stop, because feeling like this is not good. And the other thing that the Queen of Cups always tells me, especially in combination with a left out in the cold card, is it is time for some self-care for you this weekend, Aquarius. And I'm talking to me because I'm an Aquarius, and I'm one of those people who's 100 miles an hour in 10 directions, and then I get mad and irritated and upset because I'm not getting any time for myself. Other people have no problem saying, I need some time to myself, so how hard is this, right? So take the time for yourself. No one's asked you to do this. This is something you put on yourself. Aquarius, this weekend, you need some self-care like it's yesterday. That is your top priority. And I know in the U.S. it's Father's Day, and for the females, you have male people in your life, fathers, husbands, brothers, whatever, that you feel you need to take care of, attend to, do all those things with. And that's fine, but you know what? That doesn't mean you don't get an hour or two to yourself. You need to repair whatever this is so that you can be this Queen of Cups, but not in a way, what is the word I'm looking for? What is that? I hate when this happens. Not in a way where you're resentful. You want to be able to give freely. And when you're feeling like this, you cannot give it freely to anyone. How funny, you get temperance. Temperance, I get this all the time. Temperance is keeping it even, balancing out your emotions, balancing out how much you give. Because if you see, she's got the cups here, she's pouring them back and forth. Temperance is about being balanced. It's a major arcana card. So it's saying, hey, hello, pay attention. It's really important for you to balance out, especially with this card combination here, how much you're giving. And not that you need to keep track of what you're getting back, but how much are you putting out and are you not caring for yourself? That's what I'm saying. It's not that other people need to come and care for you. It's that you need to care for yourself. And so this weekend, it's extremely important that you, oh, there's one flipped already, that you care for yourself, that you take that time to write yourself around so that you feel better. And look what you have, the Page of Cups. Okay, so you just can't get enough emotional stuff this weekend. We get the cups here. And I love this because she's got this fish in this cup, right? And you see her and she's like Like, why is this talking fish in this cup? And you don't see that she's like, oh, I love this fish in this cup. She's like holding it out like, what in the heck is this? So when you see this, that means you don't have to put yourself right out there. There's a message coming saying, hey, I need you to pay attention. That's okay. You can open yourself emotionally to pay attention, but it doesn't mean that you have to just jump right in. And that's where temperance comes in also. It is about keeping it even this weekend. Do not overdo and put yourself out for everyone around you when you need to put some of that care toward yourself. I can't say it enough times. I don't care what holiday it is. You need to take care of yourself this weekend as well. I'm not saying forsake all the wonderful people in your life who need and love you, but I am saying take care of yourself as well. There's nothing wrong with that. And when you take care of yourself, you're more able to take care of other people. So don't feel some sense of martyrdom that is necessary when it is not. So just don't do that to yourself, okay? Okay. All right, we are going to move on to our very last but not our least sign, the Pisces. What do we have going on this weekend for Pisces? The Tower. Don't freak out. And this is great. I love this. So don't get all upset. The Tower and the Five of Wands, okay? The Tower is a shakeup. It's when enough is enough. That's it. A lot of times, I think what we have here, you got this is just chaos. What is this doing? This is not doing anything. So it's a good possibility, and especially with the lockdown and all the stuff that's been going on, we've gotten into this thing where we're not accomplishing anything. We're not doing anything. We're kind of clacking around with no rhyme or reason, and we're just sort of a mess. And I think enough is enough. And that's what it's saying for this weekend. This is not saying terrible things are about to befall you. This is saying enough is enough is enough. Enough of this not doing anything, not accomplishing anything, wasting time. That's it. And the thing is, this is not a terrible thing is coming. This is saying if you do not attend to the nonsense that's going on around you, the universe will do it for you. So whatever it is that you are not, I don't want to say not dealing with, because I don't think it's that. I think it's that you're engaging in something that is not intelligent or is a waste, just a complete waste of your time. Wherever you are putting your efforts, that they are not reaping you any benefit at all, you have to stop doing that. And I'm not trying to be mean and harsh. Please know that. But like, this is just what's going on here. Is if you don't stop this time wasting, this like clacking around with getting nowhere, reaping no reward, just kind of flailing around, the universe will step in and go, okay, well, obviously you can't write yourself around. So what we'll do is just take this all out of we'll just take it right down to nothing, and then you can start over. So it's up to you this weekend. I don't feel like there's an ominous, terrible thing happening, but it's like, this is the weekend to say, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. And that's it. Because if I don't walk away from this kind of nonsense here, I'm going to have this kind of problem. And I don't know that I want to start completely over. Conversely, it could be, hey, you know what? I'm real sick of this and I've had enough and I'm just going to rip it all down myself. But either way, it's coming. So there's a new start coming, and this is coming to an end. This time, with the lockdown, a lot of people have gotten to where they play video games, wear their pajamas all day. They're doing stuff and it amounts to nothing at all. They're just wasting time. They're not doing anything important. They're not helping anyone. They're not helping themselves. They're just sort of a mess. So let's get out of that. Now, you have the Knight of Cups here. You are the cups. You are the emotion signs. This is you guys. And so that's saying you're going to have a burst of energy that works with who you are, that's going to help you move through this. It's going to work with you like at almost like a soul level to help you go, okay, you know what? I'm ready. I wasn't ready before, but I'm ready now. I'm about to tear this mess down. I'm going to clean this stuff up, and we're going to start doing things a little bit differently around here. No more flailing. No more time wasting. It's now you're ready. You're like, okay, I can do this. I'm ready. But you, like I said, you've got energy that works with who you are, and it's going to really help you to move forward. And look what you get, because Pisces, I love you guys. Okay. And I know this is a lot, and it's a little, and I feel like I'm yelling at you. I don't mean to. It's just a little angry, and I get that, but I really want to be clear when I say this, like, this is a big deal. Okay. And this is something that's going to bring you so much joy when it's all said and done. The Six of Cups is all about joy. So while you feel like maybe this is okay, and you kind of, like I said, you've been kind of flailing and kind of clacking around, and you're like, this is okay, It's not okay. And you know what? When you come in and when you let either the universe tear it down or you tear it down, you get in your right energy here with this Knight of Cups and you go, yeah, I'm going to harness this energy. I'm going to do something worthwhile. You get an awful lot of joy. It's almost like the joy has been gone and you don't know where to find it, and almost like you couldn't care to look for it. But now, when you remove this get rid of this. When you remove that and you allow this kind of whatever this explosion is to happen, you're left here with this wonderful, wonderful, warm, loving energy that you can put toward yourself and do something good with it. And it brings you this kind of childlike happiness and joy. And you're going to be like, wow, I'm on the right path again. Oh, thank God. No more flailing. No more of this, because conflict is not something Pisces like anyway. So it's like, let's just stop all of this and let's just go back to who we are at our core, because this is who you are at your core. You're beautiful, emotional, soft, wonderful people who deserve to not have all of this going on, okay? So this weekend, it stops. All of it stops. This has been pretty intense. If you've watched this far, thank you. I hope you got something out of it. Again, watch your moon and rising signs. I loved doing this reading for you, and please enjoy. Talk to you later.